So Chrissy is a new associate. Did you get to interact with client personnel right away?
So I would say actually yes, more than I thought that I would being a new person. You're definitely not, this is funny, I always tell this about internships. The public accounting, in my experience at Dopkins Internship, was not like what I was picturing at all. You're not like in your cubicle making, copies and getting coffee for people. I was out in the field day one learning what was going on and learning that 8 weeks, I felt like I was just a vacuum of just learning all different businesses, all different types of things I was doing. So yes, so I would say you're not thrown in, I guess. I want to repeat that. I was scared when I was starting, so I always warn people, you get a lot of that, client interaction. So with the, when you first start, you probably are going to be working with the senior supervisor. So typically the interaction is going to be on that level. But that being said, I worked, when I first started, and they would say, do you understand this area? Do you have any questions? And we talk about it, and they'd say, well, it looks like we'll have to ask the client about that. Are you comfortable doing that? Do you want me to go with you? So I might go with my senior and sit in the client's office and have a 10-minute conversation. And I'd walk out of there going, oh wow, I just learned so much. So you're always with your team. It's not like you'd be expected to do it by yourself, but from day one, you really will have that client interaction. And it only increases from there. And now as a senior, I'm going out in the field by myself. I might have a staff with me, or the manager and I might go out to lunch with the client. And at that point, I guess it kind of moves up in who you're dealing with too. I mean, a couple weeks ago, the owner of the company and the CFO and the manager and I all went to lunch. It really is, you're dealing with really the company's main people. And I'm I feel like a kid still. I'm 25 years old, you know what I mean? But you really get into the business and you really get that experience. And what you learn is just invaluable. A couple of years in, and I'm dealing with these people and just learning